In this video, we're going to discuss sheet metal tools used in the sheet metal industry for installers and other people that work with sheet metal to build ductwork. Right now, we're going to discuss the types of hand tools that is necessary for a technician or installer to accomplish their work on a daily basis. First, we're going to start out with different types of shears. In this group here is what we call aviation shears. And these shears are designed to cut heavy gauge types of metal. And the reason it cut heavy gauge because it has a compound leverage. And it has actually two hinges. One here where the blade is at, another one where the handle is at. Because of that, it's reducing the amount of force that the hand have to cut through sheet metal. And wondering why there's different colors, they're designed for different purposes. The yellow handle is designed to cut straight. And if you need to have a piece of metal that you need to cut, and this will basically have it cut in a straight position. However, we have two others. They look similar, but they have right-handed and left-handed cuts. Right-handed and left-handed. You can hold both of these in the same hand, but the direction it will cut will be different. So one will cut in one direction, the other one will cut in the other direction. So I'll show you how the cuts will work by using these different types of shears. We take it, and you can cut a circle very cleanly by using the right type of shear. If you notice, this is cutting counterclockwise, and I can take the green shears and it will be able to cut in the opposite direction. Now, if you try to do it in reverse, it would be very difficult and you end up damaging the metal. If you notice how this is curving around, this is the part of the metal that will be destroyed by cutting the materials, while the part where you want to save will be very clean. So using the right shears based on what part you want to get rid of or the part you want to save is very important what shear you use. So we could cut in clockwise or counterclockwise with these shears. Brought another green pair out. The difference is this is an offset. It goes up at an angle. So if the ductwork is already installed in the system, it's very difficult to lay it flat on the table to cut it, but by having an offset, you can go inside of the duct somewhat and be able to cut around using the same type of shear. So we have left-handed, right-handed, and straight cuts when it comes to shears. We have another type. This is designed to cut very long and very quick and very straight cuts. So if we have straight cuts, we can use this shear. If you hold it straight, start straight, once you make your first cut, it will cut it completely straight and a very clean cut. So these are used mostly when you need to cut across a full sheet of duct if you in the field, or be able to cut across a duct if you need to take some materials off of a sheet. Other tools we have is this is used to crimp. For example, a round duct. And if we had a duct, matter of fact, I have one of the students to bring me a piece of duct that is used, and I'll show you how this is used to crimp. And so we have this, this crimper. It has 5 teeth, 3 on one side, and it has 2 on the other side. As long as it's a round piece of duct, I can crimp it. And so we use this to slide another duct inside of this. To do that, you have to have a crimp on it. So we will take this and we will go across and we will make these crimping motions around, and we will have a very nice clean crimp. The nice thing about it, you won't see it once you put it together with another duct. But if you don't have a machine from the factory to do it, in the field, this is how we crimp ductwork. So this is a crimping tool. The next tool I'm going to show you is a locking tool. This locking tool is to join two pieces of duct together, such as the top of a plenum to lock it in. If you have a sunken end cap, this will be used to lock the pieces in. So you take multiple sheets, such as 3 pieces of metal, it will actually lock it together. So I'm going to take this piece along with, and I will put a lock in it, and it will hold it together as long as it's seam, because it will not pull out, as long as it's sandwiched between each other. So this will actually be sandwiched between another piece of duct to be able to hold it together. So this is a locking tool and used for joining like sunken end caps or end caps together. Another tool we may have is what we call a notching tool. If you need to make a dovetail or something to notch to go into a duct, we will take this, and this will make the notches, or some people call it a dovetail. So you can fold it over inside of the ductwork to keep it from sliding out. So a lot of times this is a factory dovetail, but in the field, if you need to make your own, you can do that by using this notching tool. It's designed to take out 3/4 of an inch of material to notch around. You can do it very quickly. So there's many, like I say, tools you can use in the field to build the same type of fittings that you have from the factory or from a supply house. Another tool we're going to have, I'll show you, what we call a folding bar. This folding bar usually have 2 different sizes on it. This particular one has 1/2 inch on one side, it has 3/8 on the other side. How you know it's correctly in the right position, here is a diamond shape on both ends. Once the sheet metal is lined up with the center of that diamond, it's lined up all the way across, and you have a straight bend. We use this folding bar when we making drive cleats on ductwork, or we need to make a flange for attaching a duct to another duct. So this is will make very clean, fast bends. I'll show you how that works. We can take the metal, slide on inside. We will line it up with the diamond. We will set it flush on the table. We will hold it down, press down, and bend upward, and you can make a nice folded edge very quickly. And one reason why the notches are there, those diamonds, so you don't have to measure it. As long as you line it up with the diamond, you can make bends very quickly. Another way we can do that is by using, we call it a hand seamer. This hand seamer is designed to bend ductwork also. So I showed you the folding bar, but this hand seamer is designed, it has little notches on the side. Each one of the little small notches is a 1/4 inch. And with that 1/4 inch, you'll be able to quickly line up across. And if you want to do 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, or full inch, you can do it with this, this hand seamer. So in other words, we can do a 1/4 inch bend also. We'll bring it to the edge. We'll line it up. We press it down. We can fold it. Do a little bit at a time because you've got a longer piece than this width of this 4-inch bar. Keep from having creases. Just do a little bit at a time. And we can do the same thing with a hand seamer. Another purpose of this, this hand seamer is that we can take, I'm going to take this folding bar again. I'm 80-degree bend. Of course, you won't be able to bend it completely, but if you have a hand seamer, you can take it and use it, press it down, and now we have a really nice folded bar going across. This could be what we call a hem, which it doesn't have any sharp edges that you can run your hands across. And so this is something that you can use, a combination of the folding bar and the hand seamer to be able to bend metal, make flanges, make bends, to join bends together. Another tool we use, these are calipers. It's designed for a couple different things. We can use it to scribe metal. We can set it up. We could run it across, and we could scribe. You can see how it made a line, a scribe on the sheet metal. That's one way. It can be used to describe a circle. We can go around, and we can scribe a complete circle to know where to cut, to make a perfect circle. That's another aspect of using these calipers. Another thing is that, let's say you need to take a lot of measurements, of the same measurements. We can use the calipers to do that. So we can, let's say, take this, walk it along. So if you're making a pattern, this here can speed up the process of using a pattern to be able to lay out the same dimensions in multiple different ways. So we can use this for multiple tools and multiple applications. Okay. The last tool we're going to talk about is the sheet metal hammer, or we call it a tenor hammer. It's made different than most hammers you've probably seen. This manufacturer got a leather handle. It's kind of soft touch. It's rubber, so it wears very well. The second thing is that the head of it is very flat and square. So this tool was used originally for riveting, and some old timers will call it a riveting hammer. But we use it in sheet metal.